What's up, everybody? Nolan with Black Diamond Services. So at this job I'm doing a mobile home, and you saw me pre-treating the carpet in one area already. So those were pet stains, so I'm dealing with that first. So I pre-treated those, and then here momentarily I'm going to go back in and I'm going to treat all the carpet with another pre-spray to help alleviate the soils and any other miscellaneous stains. And then of course CRB, the living room. The other is commercial carpet, kind of CGD type stuff, indoor outdoor carpet. And so I wanted to hit that with the pre-spray really quickly and let it dwell for probably 25 minutes or so before I get to it. So let's check this out. So she also told me that this pinkish carpet has been in here since 96, right around 96. So I'm not expecting it to turn out looking perfect considering its age, but a lot of times I'm surprised with these types of tags, or carpets, sorry, these types of carpets, that they actually turn out pretty well most of the time. But if there's discoloration, it can be, a problem in those areas. There's this color loss, usually from sun fading, etc. So what I did is I treated all the carpet in the pet stained areas first, let it dwell for a little bit, came back through with my regular pre-spray to hit all the rest of the areas for soil. And of course, now we're on to the CRB. Hope everybody's doing well. We've been plugging away, trying to keep as busy as we can. I got some area rugs in. I've actually been trying to get a hold of the client to go over the cleaning price and steps I need to take to get them clean now that they've been inspected. That's something we always do when we tell the client before we take them out of their home, is that we're going to do a full inspection on them prior to quoting the actual cleaning cost, because you don't always have the best lighting in the client's home. And in our shop we got better lighting along with a lot more natural light that's poking throughout the day. So as soon as I get a hold of her and go over everything, to be okay to get started on it, I'm hoping to do a video for that. So she also mentioned a while back in this area here that water had flooded a little bit into the hallway. So there's always a chance that this area is going to be problematic. Kind of like that job I did like a week and a half ago. I did a video on it. A video I believe I called, "Should they have called a restoration company?" And they should have. But they were just renters, so they wanted to get the moisture out and the carpet cleaned. So that's why they opted to have us do that. This carpet is way more soiled than it appears in the view of the camera. I'd be surprised if the water isn't dark brown if you're wind draining. Well, you can kind of tell there now. But she just told me that there was some water damage near the screen door over there. And it was like coming through super brown. I had to go over it like 3 or 4 times just to get it to shape up. So this is actually cleaning up really well. So recap, pre-treated pet stains, there was some right here, and some other scattered ones up and down this with unchained first. Then, after dwell time, came back through and treated it with another pre-treatment to suspend the soils. Now I'm rinsing with Ultimate All Fiber, which is a acidic neutralizing rinse, because number one, once I put my pre-treatment down, I elevated the pH of the carpet to in this case, because it was pretty dirty back here, 12. So 12 pH. And then neutralizing it with an acidic rinse, especially on this type of carpet, reduces browning significantly. So unless it's really, really bad, I'll use or actually I should say no pet stains, I'll use an alkaline based neutralizing cleaning agent, because it's all soils, and alkaline helps with soil, since most soils in the United States are acidic based. Lots of stuff in here. These little main spots here, and then like I said by the screen door earlier, are fairly soiled. So that's why I'm doubling up in some of the spots. You can see the difference. I mean, it looks better in person though, I'll tell you what. Alright, last little bit of this room. got this little edge here because of the table being in the way. I always flip around when there's obstructions causing it to be difficult to get edges like that. So before I pop out of a room, like behind doors kind of a situation, I'll flop around and hit those corners. Makes your life easier if you do that ahead of time instead of trying to finagle your way around. Harder to reach spots. Plus I wanted to make it easier for me to film this section too, because otherwise if I tried to do it, I'm just trying to prop this swivel wand in the corner there, I'd need both my hands. But anyways, this did fantastic. Now it's on to the pink carpet. Lighting's not the best in here, but I'm not surprised to see this pink carpet clean up so well. They didn't want me to do the whole room, just this entry piece where there was a stain. Carpet always brightens up so well. Every time I see pink, blue, or green carpet that looks exactly like this, I kind of actually get happy, because unless there's sun fading or some discoloration like I mentioned earlier, gosh, it just brightens up. You just can't beat the quality of the carpet that was in the 90s and earlier. It's just like, how much stuff can we pump out now so we can get repeat business sooner now, instead of having quality products like this carpet and the carpets before it that probably held up just as long, if not longer. Because, yeah, it's doing well. This is probably going to be the roughest spot, coming right out of the kitchen. This is a small place. It's not too often we have to move stuff, but you can see styrofoam blocks, and then she actually had the sliders for that because it is a hide-a-bed pull-out couch. So it makes it easy to move, clean under, put back, and keep elevated while the carpet dries out. We don't do a lot of furniture moving, just simply not because of any particular reason. I think more people just opt to either have us do traffic areas, or they'll have it moved, because of course if we're moving any furniture, it does take more time. Therefore any company is going to charge a little extra to make up for the additional labor of moving furniture around to clean underneath stuff. At least that's what makes sense to do, since pretty much everybody is either, you know, getting paid hourly or a commission, depending on where they operate. Different rules, different states. here in California, we have to pay an hourly rate, but we also pay an hourly rate and commission. So that way my guy Adam can make good money. So a lot of people just, yeah, will have it either moved or they're not concerned about cleaning underneath furniture. But if you're a carpet cleaner or thinking about getting into the cleaning industry, you know, depending on the size of the room, how many items they're asking you to move within reason. You know, obviously I'm not going to move stuff like this because that would take, you know, a lot of time extra to move, clean under, and put back how it was. It just probably might not be cost effective for the homeowner unless they are moving out. Then typically they can have it, you know, out before you even come by to do the job. But you know, I didn't charge anything extra for these two in particular because, well, it's not going to take that long in this particular scenario. And then of course the carpet's cleaning up well. I kind of knew it would, but it was just hard to tell if there's some discoloration due to the soil level. So I think about different things and how I feel I'm going to finish the job out. You know, is it wise to add a little bit of money on for moving this red chair and this sofa? Not necessarily, always. But if it was a larger room and there's, you know, multiple sofas, 2 sofas or whatever, 2 chairs, sure, I'm going to add a little bit on there because of the extra time it takes. It's the same scenario in sealing grout or tile. If they're like, hey, I need you to move all this stuff from one side to the other, clean and seal underneath it. Now in that situation, you want to charge extra because you clean a whole side and you seal it. You can't just move it right back over when you're done like you can carpet. You have to wait for it to dry out a little bit before you can move the furniture back over. Otherwise, you're going to make a mess of the sealer and probably make footprints all over it. So in that scenario, you want to charge some extra money to make up for the time that it's going to take. So, because there's not always an opportunity to just go work in another area. You know, for example, it's a large kitchen area slash living room like we did in Tracy the other day. If they didn't move all the stuff out, I would have ended up charging a labor fee for doing that. But they ended up moving everything out themselves. So I always tell them up front, of course we can help with that, but if you're able to get it out before we start, you know, you'll save some money. And generally that's why people either don't do it or they have it already moved prior to the job. It's just if you tell them that up front when you're doing the estimate, or if it's you just came out there to clean it and they haven't given an estimate yet, you know, let them know. That way they can make that decision that suits best their budget, instead of just dropping it on them, you know, at the end or whatever. I feel like that's a topic I haven't touched on yet in the past in any of my videos as far as moving furniture goes. Hopefully that's useful to somebody that's starting out, because you'll find out real quick if you move a bunch of furniture and you charge normal rates, that if it weren't for you being an owner operator, if you're trying to grow a business and have employees, if you don't charge a little extra to do, you know, those things, you're gonna be at a loss when it comes to paying an employee. And I'll tell you what, if it won't be that long after the employee will get frustrated because he's, you know, technically not getting paid any extra to do the extra work. So those are things you gotta take into account, so that way you have happy employees because they're gonna get paid extra, you know, for doing the moving of the furniture. So if they're not pushing a wand and they're moving the furniture, they're still getting, you know, a higher rate or dollar amount that they're finishing out. Because like I said, we pay a commission also. So they're getting a commission rate for completing the work, not just hourly. So if their job all of a sudden gets harder because they're going to move furniture and clean under it, his, you know, the dollar amount of the job is larger, therefore he's going to get paid more commission on top of an hourly rate wage. So he makes more money for doing the work and not just, you know, same hourly rate and that's it. So that's why we do commission as well, and also pay upsell commissions that are larger. So if he takes the time to sell Scotchgard, go over pet treatment, come in for carpet cleaning, leave with that upholstery cleaned, which I'll be coming back to do another time, or tile cleaning, any of our services, he's gonna get a pay bump. So kind of like the furniture moving, the cost of the job's gonna get more, you know, more, so therefore he is gonna get more commission. We're having to do that. We find that helps incentivize the job and make it worth, you know, people's time to do this job and feel like they're being compensated properly. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish this up. Hope you've enjoyed this video so far. Hopefully some useful information was given to those starting out or those that just enjoy learning about it and watching. I wish there was a lot of ways for me to figure this stuff out, but you know, I learned through another company, and then I researched and did more training through different individuals, and that's how I adopted my cleaning style, learning about the CRB, learning about better chemistry, vacuuming first, treating carpets for pet stains first, all different pH levels and why you should mix certain things a certain way. All that stuff that can make your job easier in the long run. As always, I hope to see some comments down below of your thoughts. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys have a fantastic day. Take care. Almost forgot. It's been a little bit since I've done a filter review, at least, or a reveal, at least from what I can remember. Maybe it's only been a week or so, videos wise. But I'm curious to see what this little job turned out inside here, and then I'll do the water dump. Not much. Surprisingly, not much. She wasn't lying when she said she did pre-vac too, because I didn't get anything. Hardly. And look at this. Nothing, hardly. Well, that was kind of uneventful. Sorry, guys. On to the water dump. Hopefully that'll be better. Alright, let's see what we get. I think it's going to be dark brown. Oh yeah. That indoor-outdoor carpet was pretty bad. It was kind of hard to tell in the video, but my gosh. I was watching the sight glass and there was just tons of dirt popping through. All that carpet got cleaned twice. In some areas 3 times. Yeah, that's pretty gross. The pink carpet wasn't that far off either. See you guys in the next video.